Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on May 26, 2022 in Chennai, India.
Angom langayate girim Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Sri Caitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Continuing the Caitanya Leela compilation, chapter King Pratāparudra is blessed, under the section Return to Nilachal. Caitanya Mangal Shesha Khanda 3.103.
প্রভু বলে সহজন শোনহ বচন সন্ন্যাসীর ধর্ম নহে রাজ দর্শন.
Then Lord Chaitanya said, everyone listening to my words, sannyasi's duty is not to see a king.
Lord Chaitanya has said this repeatedly, that he should meet a king.
Lord Chaitanya had said this repeatedly, that he shouldn't meet a king.
Involved in materialistic pursuits.
Because kings are involved in materialistic pursuits.
Therefore, a sannyasi should not associate with a king.
Therefore, a sannyasi should not associate with a king.
Pratāparudra Mahārāja considered himself a devotee of Lord Jagannath.
Although Pratāparudra Mahārāja considered himself a devotee of Lord Jagannath. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.104.
আমি তো সন্ন্যাসী সেই হয় মহারাজ দোহার দর্শনে দোহার কিছু নাহি কাজ.
I am a sannyasi and he is a king. Therefore, we both have nothing to do in seeing each other.
Mahārāja is saying, although he is a sannyasi, he sometimes sees a king.
Paramananda Puri is saying that although he is a sannyasi, he can sometimes see a king.
But he has nothing to do with the king's business, and the king has anything to do with him.
But he has nothing to do with the king's business, nor does the king have anything to do with him. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.105.
পুরী গোসাই বলে প্রভু করে অবধান এবল শুনিলে রাজা হরিবে জ্ঞান.
Then Puri Gosai said, O Lord, please listen. If the king hears this, he'll faint.
King Pratāparudra, he sweeps the road in front of Lord Jagannath.
King Pratāparudra, he sweeps the road in front of Lord Jagannath.
And somehow he becomes very attached to Lord Chaitanya.
Somehow he has become very attached to Lord Chaitanya.
So, Paramananda Puri is requesting the Lord to bless him.
Paramananda Puri has requested the Lord to bless him. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.106.
যে দেখিল আমরা তাহার হয় অনুরাগ একথা শুনিলে জিও ছাড়িবে বিপাক.
Since we have all seen how deeply he loves you, if he hears these words, there is the danger that he will give up his life.
devotee king like Pratāparudra Mahārāja
Devotee king like Pratāparudra Mahārāja
is very auspicious for the whole kingdom of Utkal.
very auspicious for the whole kingdom of Utkal.
And so if he gives up his life, that's a very big loss.
And if he gives up his life, it's a very big loss. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.107
আজিত হইব রাজার 10 উপবাস সব ছাড়ি পড়িয়াছে চরণ প্রত্যাশ
Today is the 10th day of the king's fast. Having given up everything else, he desires only to see your feet. Lotus feet.
So the king is single-pointed on seeing the Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet.
So the king is single-pointed on seeing Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.108
কাতর হইয়া পুনঃ বলে সব জন রাজার ব্যগ্রতা দেখি করিয়ে যতন
Being anxious, everyone again said, seeing the earnestness of the king, please be merciful.
And now all the devotees are requesting Lord Chaitanya to be merciful on the king.
Now all the devotees are requesting Lord Chaitanya to please be merciful on the king.
Because they have seen his enthusiasm to see the Lord.
Because they have seen his enthusiasm to see the Lord. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.109
কেবল শুনিয়া প্রভু করিছে বচন আনহ রাজারে মুই হইল পরসন্ন
Hearing these words, Lord Chaitanya said, "Oh, all right, please bring back the king. I am pleased."
So Lord Chaitanya is Bhakta Vatsala.
Lord Chaitanya is Bhakta Vatsala.
He wants to please his devotees.
He wants to please his devotees.
We heard that the king was also devoted, that he saw him.
And when he heard that the king was also devoted,
He saw him.
he softened. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.1110
এবল শুনিয়া সবার বই গেল উল্লাস আনিল রাজারে প্রভু করে পরকাশ
Hearing these words, everyone became joyful. They bought the king and the Lord manifested his Godhead.
When King Pratāparudra desire was satisfied,
King Pratāparudra's desire was satisfied.
and he saw the Supreme Personality as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
He saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda Murari Gupta Korcha 4.16.10 Then arising swiftly, he went nearby Gauranga's lotus feet. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.111
প্রভুরে দেখিয়া রাজা প্রণাম করে প্রেমায় বিহবল রাজা আপনা পাশরে
Seeing Lord Chaitanya, the king offered respectful obeisances. Overwhelmed by ecstatic spiritual love, the king forgot himself.
Such was the effect of having darshan of Lord Chaitanya.
Such was the effect of having darshan of Lord Chaitanya.
The king was overwhelmed in love
The king was overwhelmed in love,
and ecstatic emotions,
in ecstatic emotions,
and he forgot himself.
and he forgot himself.
He could only think of Lord Chaitanya.
He could only think of Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.112.
পুলকে ভরিল অঙ্গ ছল ছল আঁকি প্রেমে গর গর ভেল গুড়া অঙ্গ দেখি
The hairs of his body stood erect. Tears streamed from his eyes. His voice was choked with ecstatic love. Out of love, the king was overwhelmed seeing the splendid body of Lord Gaurasundara.
So we see how King Pratāparudra was overwhelmed in ecstatic symptoms.
We see that how King Pratāparudra was overwhelmed in ecstatic symptoms,
seeing the beautiful form of Lord Chaitanya.
seeing the beautiful form of Gaurasundara. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.113.
রাজারে দেখিয়া প্রভু লহু লহু হাস সরভুজ শরীর রাজা দেখে পরকাশ
Glancing at the king, Lord Chaitanya gently smiled. Then the king saw Lord Gaura manifest a six-armed form. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.114.
সরভুজ দেখিয়া দণ্ড প্রণাম করে টলমল করে অঙ্গ অনুরাগ ভরে
Seeing the six-armed form, the king fell like a stick to offer respects. Overwhelmed with affection, the body of the king shivered.
This kind of form, Lord Chaitanya usually shows his two arms, Lord Chaitanya carrying Kamandalu and Tanda.
In the six-armed form, Lord Chaitanya generally shows two arms carrying Kamandalu and Danda,
Two arms playing on a flute,
two arms playing on the flute,
two arms holding bow and arrow, Lord Ram.
two arms of bow and arrow of Lord Ram.
Seeing this transcendental form, King Pratāparudra offered his prostrate obeisances, overwhelmed ecstasy.
So seeing this transcendental form, King Pratāparudra offered his prostrate obeisances,
And he was overwhelmed in ecstatic love.
and he was overwhelmed in ecstatic love. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.115.
অবসর শরীর নীর ঝরে দুনয়নে চৌধিকে হরি ধ্বনি পরশে গগনে
His body became numb. Streams of tears poured from his two eyes, and the four directions resounded with Haridhwani touching the sky. Hariba! Hariba!
The happiness that a devotee feels in Krishna consciousness
Happiness that a devotee feels in Krishna consciousness
is shown here by King Pratāparudra.
is shown here by King Pratāparudra.
Its happiness is so great, and real happiness is insignificant in comparison.
His happiness is so great that other happiness is insignificant in comparison. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.116.
সরবুজ শরীর দেখি শ্রী প্রতাপ রুদ্র আনন্দে বিহবল ভাসে প্রেমার সমুদ্র
Having seen the six-armed form and overwhelmed with transcendental bliss, Sri Pratāparudra began floating in the ocean of love of God.
This is the supreme goal of human life.
This is the supreme goal of human life.
Our dormant love for Godhead.
Awaken our dormant love of Godhead.
And on the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, by his blessing, King Pratāparudra achieved that.
And by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and by his blessings, King Pratāparudra could achieve that. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.117.
কণ্টকিত সব অঙ্গ আপাদ মস্তকে গদ গদ ভাসে প্রভু প্রভু বলি ডাকে
The hairs on his whole body, from head to foot, stood on head, and he called out in a choked voice, Prabhu, Prabhu.
Prabhu, Prabhu.
Prabhu, Prabhu.
I've seen how Sri Pratāparudra is being blessed by Lord Chaitanya.
You're seeing how Sri Pratāparudra is being blessed by Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.118.
উববাহু করি নাচে বলে হরি বল হরি বল জনম সফল প্রভু পরশন্ন মোর
Raising both arms in the air, the king danced and chanted,
Haribo! Haribo!
My birth is successful. The Lord is pleased with me.
This shows us how the real success in life is if we can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
It shows us that how the real success in life is if we can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
The materialists think that they are the body,
The materialists think that they are the body,
and that the byproducts of the body are eternal.
and that their byproducts are the body of the body,
Are everlasting.
and everlasting.
But this material world is temporary.
But this material world is temporary,
Everything in it is temporary.
and everything in it is temporary.
But the soul is the eternal part of Krishna.
But the soul is the eternal part of Krishna.
Awakening our natural affection for Krishna is the real success in life.
Awakening our natural love for Krishna is the real success in life. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.16.11. Again and again he fell flat to the earth before them, offering prostrate obeisances. Then weeping profusely and holding the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu to his heart, he offered praises to the Lord of all beings, the first among all persons.
We see how the king is performing the vandana.
We see that how the king is performing the vandana,
Which is one of the 9 processes of devotional service.
which is one of the 9 processes of devotional service.
He's offering prayers and obeisances to the Lord.
He is offering prayers and obeisances to the Lord. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.12. Glories, glories, O Lord of the universe, O revealer of the complete spectrum of love of God, O you who reside in the hearts of all beings, O bliss personified, O you who lie in the bed of Ananta Seshanag, the king of snakes. Your lotus feet are kissed by the intoxicated bees of the devotees' minds. Friend of the distressed, kindly protect me, I am afflicted by separation from you.
So, Sri Pratāparudra is offering his prayers to the Lord.
So, Sri Pratāparudra is offering his prayers to the Lord.
Actually, when one sees the Supreme Personality, one should ask his blessing.
Actually, when one sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one should ask for his blessings.
So, King Pratāparudra, taking advantage, and realized that Lord Caitanya is Kṛṣṇa himself.
Pratāparudra took the advantage when he realized that Lord Caitanya is Kṛṣṇa himself.
Ask for his protection and mercy.
Ask for his protection and mercy. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.13. While the king offered praises, Mahaprabhu, the protector of all the sentient beings, displayed a radiant, wonderful, magnificent, and filled with immense opulent form of his 6 arms, revealing his own greatness.
Pratāparudra Mahārāja had heard from many people that Lord Caitanya was the Supreme Personality.
Pratāparudra Mahārāja had heard from many people that Lord Caitanya was the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Now he is realizing it himself.
Now he is realizing it himself.
Caitanya is revealing this to King Pratāparudra.
Lord Caitanya is revealing this to King Pratāparudra. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.14. Glory to the golden moon of Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya, who displays unbounded love, complete joy and ultimate charm. His eyes forever rove to and fro like bees in search of honey. Glory to the forever blissful Nityananda, who is Balaram himself. His personality is filled with divine sweetness and intoxicated by Gaura Prema. His form is sublimely personal and peaceful.
Here the national greatness of Nitai and Gaura are mentioned.
Here, the transcendental greatness of Nitai and Gaura are mentioned.
And King Pratāparudra is realizing how Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityananda are Kṛṣṇa and Balaram.
And King Pratāparudra is realizing that how Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityananda are Kṛṣṇa and Balaram. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.15. With his upper pair of hands, Gaurachandra bandished a bow and arrow. With the middle pair, he held an excellent flute to his broad chest. and the lower pair of hands were held in a very graceful dancing posture. Thus the monarch saw the complete form of Gaurachandra, which was filled with love of Kṛṣṇa. Purport to Srimad Bhagavatam 6.10.8. Concerning Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said in Bhagavatam 11.5.34, we offer our respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of the Lord, upon whom one should always meditate. He left his householder life, leaving aside his eternal consort, whom even in the denizens of heaven adore. He went into the forest to deliver the fallen souls, who are put into illusion by material energy. According to the Vaishnava Acharyas, this important verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is understood to describe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Kṛṣṇa, and also Lord Ramachandra. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.16. Having seen the six-armed form of the Lord, Pratāparudra Mahārāja was reminded of the intense sweetness of Sri Hari and Rama's Rasa Leela pastimes, and his body became covered by ecstatic eruptions and tears of love. Thus, while dancing, he recited a few auspicious verses describing Kṛṣṇa and Balaram in their ecstatic, intoxicated mood arising from their own spiritual bliss. Amidst the assembled gopis, which form the supreme relishable essence of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Mahārāja and Kṛṣṇa both have Rasa Leelas.
Balaram and Kṛṣṇa both have Rasa Leelas.
So King Pratāparudra was remembering these pastimes explained in Srimad Bhagavatam.
King Pratāparudra was remembering these pastimes explained in Srimad Bhagavatam.
And he was overwhelmed in love and ecstasy.
He was overwhelmed in love and ecstasy. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.17. It is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 34th chapter, verses 20 to 23rd. Once, Holika Purnima, a day also known as Gaura Purnima, Lord Govinda and Lord Rama, the performers of wonderful feats, were playing in the forest at night with the young girls of Vraja.
This material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world.
This material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world.
Just as you look in a river and you see the reflection of the tree on the side.
Just like we look at the river and we see the reflection of the tree other side.
On the tree, maybe a mango tree, and there may be ripened mangoes on the tree.
Tree may be a mango tree and there may be ripened mangoes on the tree.
But if you want, they try to eat a mango by grabbing the reflection in the water, you won't get a mango.
But if we try to eat the mango by grabbing the reflection of the mango in the water, we won't get the mango.
So like that, this material world actually it's only a reflection. The real happiness, the real bliss is available in the spiritual world.
Like that, this material world is only a reflection. The real happiness and bliss is available in the spiritual world. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.18. Kṛṣṇa and Balaram wore flower garlands and spotless garments, and their limbs were beautifully decorated and anointed. The women sang their glories in a charming way, bound to them by affection.
So, in this material world, there are many books, movies, and romance.
In this material world, there are many books and movies on romance.
But the original romance is by Kṛṣṇa, Balaram, and the spiritual world.
but the original romance is by Krishna and Balaram in the spiritual world.
Then all the devotees are bound by affection and love to Krishna and Balaram.
There all the gopis are bound by love and affection to Krishna and Balaram.
They want to please Krishna.
They want to please Krishna.
In the material world, everybody is interested in their personal lust.
And in the material world, everyone is interested in their personal lust.
They want to enjoy their senses.
They want to enjoy their senses.
There's no comparison between the spiritual world and the material world.
There is no comparison between the spiritual world and the material world. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.19. The two lords praised the nightfall, signaled by the rising of the moon and the appearance of stars, a lotus-scented breeze, and bees intoxicated by the fragrance of jasmine flowers.
Situation in Vrindavan is very beautiful.
Situation in Vrindavan is very beautiful.
As explained by this verse.
As explained by this verse.
So this is the environment when Krishna enjoys his pastimes with the ladies of Raja.
This is the environment where Krishna enjoys his pastimes with the ladies of Raja. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.20. When all the great souls headed by Sarvabhauma saw their great master, the illustrious son of Shachi, displaying his six-armed form, and Nityananda Rama appearing as Balaram, the son of Rohini, they also became completely decorated by tears and thrill bumps. Thus they became overwhelmed and immersed in singing immortal nectarian songs describing the qualities of Sri Krishna.
So not only Pratāparudra Mahārāja saw Lord Chaitanya's six-handed form.
Not only Pratāparudra Mahārāja saw the six-handed form of Lord Chaitanya,
but all the associates present saw.
All the associates present could also see.
They are manifesting ecstatic symptoms.
And they started manifesting ecstatic symptoms.
Flowing from their eyes.
Tears were flowing from their eyes. Caitanya Mangal, Sesh Khanda 3.119 to 120.
আনন্দে ভাসয়ে চৌদিকে ভক্তজন প্রভু বলে রাজা হের শোনো হবচন প্রজার পালন তোর এই ভর ধর্ম প্রজাপুত্র রাজা পিতা কহিল এ মর্ম
The devotees all around floated in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya said, O king, listen to my words. Your main duty is to look after your subjects. The subjects are like sons, and the king is like the father. This is the essence.
The ancient monarchy was established like this.
So the ancient monarchy was established like this.
The monarch are like a father, and the subjects are like his children.
The monarch was like the father, and the subjects were like his children.
So he would protect his subjects and thinking of their welfare.
He would protect the subjects, thinking of their welfare.
Instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the king.
This was the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the king. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda 3.121.
কৃষ্ণের কেবল দয়া সম সর্বজীবে দেহের স্বভাব নিজ জানি অনুভবে।
Lord Krishna bestows his mercy equally on all living entities. According to one's own work and nature, a living entity receives a particular body. This is known by experience.
So, Krishna arranges that everybody receives the fruits of their work.
Krishna arranges that everybody receives the fruits of their work.
And they get the body that they deserve.
And they get the body that they deserve.
So Lord Chaitanya is giving this instruction to the devotees.
So Lord Chaitanya is giving this instruction to the devotees. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda, 3.122.
কিবা রাজা কিবা প্রজা সম সুখ দুঃখ কর্ম অনুরাগে জীব হয় গৌণ মুখ্য।
Whether one is a king or a subject, both equally suffer and enjoy. According to one's karma, a living entity attains the results of their karma equally.
So, here Lord Chaitanya is explaining how the law of karma works.
So here Lord Chaitanya is explaining how the law of karma works.
That kings and subjects always see their respective karmas.
That kings and subjects always see their respective karmas.
Like that, how much happiness, how much distress they feel is dictated by the law of karma.
And like that, how much happiness or how much distress they receive is dictated by the law of karma.
Spiritual happiness is something transcendental.
But spiritual happiness is something transcendental. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda, 3.124.
চৈতন্য মঙ্গল শেষ খণ্ড 3.123। নিজ অনুমান করি যে জানে সভারে সেই সে কৃষ্ণের দাস কহিল তোমারে।
One who treats all others as he would treat himself is actually a servant of Lord Krishna.
Lord Chaitanya giving this instruction to King Pratāparudra.
Lord Chaitanya is giving this instruction to King Pratāparudra.
How he should act as a devotee of Lord Krishna.
Like on how he should act as a devotee of Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesha Khanda, 3.124.
এতে উত্তর প্রভু কইল উপদেশ প্রণাম করে রাজা আনন্দ বিশেষ।
In this way, Lord Chaitanya instructed King Pratāparudra, who offered obeisances to the Lord with great happiness.
For a long time, King Pratāparudra was feeling separation.
For a long time, King Pratāparudra was feeling separation.
When Lord Chaitanya allowed him to come,
Lord Chaitanya allowed him to come.
he showed his 600 form.
He showed his six-handed form.
He gave him spiritual instructions.
He gave him spiritual instructions.
And King Pratāparudra was filled in transcendental bliss.
King Pratāparudra was filled in transcendental bliss. Chaitanya Mangal, Sesh Khanda, 3.125.
শোনো সর্বজন গোরা চাঁদেরও প্রকাশ আনন্দে কহে গুণ এলোচন দাস।
Everyone, please listen to the manifestation of Gaurachandra. Lochan Das joyfully sings about the glories of Lord Chaitanya.
Lochan Das is the author of Chaitanya Mangal.
Lochan Das is the author of Chaitanya Mangal.
And he's feeling great transcendental bliss and telling the glories of Lord Chaitanya.
And he's feeling great transcendental bliss in telling the glories of Lord Chaitanya.
He's joyfully singing about the glories of Lord Chaitanya.
He is joyfully singing about the glories of Lord Chaitanya. Thus ends the chapter entitled King Pratāparudra is Blessed, under the section Return to Nilachal. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.